London, a shopper's paradise, offering something for most tastes, if not pockets. Despite the current economic climate, latest figures show the retail sector here boasts a turnover of £60 billion a year, with 138 of the world's 250 leading brands making it their home. This may be one of the capital's best-known shopping areas, but not all these businesses are here to stay. Many of them are pop-ups, allowing designers to test the market for their products over a couple of days. MELANIE Porter is one of them. She's left the studio where she makes her handmade homewares to try her first attempt at a pop-up.
There's no way I could afford this space full-time.
Shop space in central London wouldn't usually be within her budget, but she's renting the unit at a reduced rate through a scheme arranged by the landlord.
My business is very much based online. I take a lot of orders through people seeing my work and contacting me through my website. To actually have a physical shop for a short period of time is just a wonderful opportunity to meet people face to face.
Retail experts say pop-ups can be good for business, for landlords and tenants.
One of the reasons why we're seeing so many pop-up stores now is because landlords are struggling to get retailers in on long-term leases, so they're willing to accept sort of a short-term lease for a pop-up store if it generates shopper traffic and encourages shoppers to come out and spend.
Simon Rogan is a rising star in the culinary world. The chef from Cumbria is winning awards for his innovative cuisine. He describes his latest project, Roganic, as a 2-year pop-up restaurant.
We were criticised quite heavily for calling it a pop-up because, 2 years seems to be a long time for many people, but in the catering world, 2 years is nothing. So, I consider it to be a pop-up. It's very broad-ranging, the sense of the word, I think.
In the fledgling world of pop-ups, Kerstin Rodgers could be described as a veteran. She started her first venture 3 years ago and since then has developed a range of businesses, including the underground restaurant which she runs from home, inviting guests to dine in her kitchen.
A third of all restaurants go bust in the first year. Doing a pop-up restaurant, specifically doing one in your home, means that you haven't got permanent staff costs, you're already paying your mortgage or your rent, so you're not paying extra, you're not paying business rates because you're not doing it frequently enough. It's a flexible, cheap business model that's perfect for recessionary times. Is it open or not?
This weekend, homegrown potatoes are on the menu. Customers will taste the main ingredient after a lesson on how to grow them.
Some potatoes are more drought resistant.
She's always looking for the next pop-up and has strong convictions about the concept.
Anything that takes place possibly in a mysterious or slightly unusual location, that has maybe a very interesting menu that you wouldn't get in a normal high street restaurant. Things are cooked from scratch, there's maybe a concept to it. Though that's a pop-up, I would say. There's a kind of buzz.
So can pop-ups have a role to play in bringing the buzz back to the high street, where shops continue to close?
There are something like 300,000 shops in Britain. At the moment, vacancy rates are worryingly high, somewhere around 11 or 12%. So if you had, say, 500 of those previously empty shops being occupied on a temporary basis, then, of course, that's really relatively a very, very small number. But it can make a difference in individual locations. It would be better to have a permanent occupier.
Cardiff is one location sharing in the pop-up expansion. In this arcade in one of the city's main shopping districts, 3 shops are vacant.
No longer an empty space, this unit is being transformed into an art gallery. Over the next month, it will be home to local Welsh talent.
It actually uses cow's tongues and cow's hearts.
Kat Gardner began her pop-up business 2 years ago. She's building a name for herself, but a permanent gallery is still some way off. For now, the Project 10 exhibition will continue moving around Cardiff. Despite its pop-up nature, this trend is expected to be here to stay. Sian Lloyd, BBC News.